Hi guys, welcome to the Luchi podcast. I am going to do a quick tutorial over how to set up a customized HUD. Right now I am on my alternate character on Excalibur. I don't play her much and my SC is very tiny, so I figured this would be a great way to show you guys how to do this. Now this is generally how my HUD looks. I keep my chat down here, my party bar up here, my enemy list would appear here. If there was an alliance, it would be side by side with this. All my main skills are here. My focus target appears here because I'm a melee job and I like having that right there. That way if it was an enemy, the focus, his health would be right here. I would see his health percentage and I would see any actions he's doing right here. Also, my buffs and my skills would appear here as well. For instance, if I do Swift Song, that shows up right there. These are my job specific hotbars. They are not shared with any of the other jobs. If I change to ninja, you see that well, technically it's a rogue right now, but all of my class specific actions are right here and would also go up to here if there were that many. Otherwise, hotbars 4 through 10 are all shared between jobs. That way I can be more efficient within my job right here, and if something needs to happen quickly, it's available to all my jobs over here, and that also is very effective because it's the same regardless, and I'm not trying to squeeze it into my abilities over here. I also I basically keep sprint right here for emergencies, my company chocobo so I can quickly get away or quickly carry on with whatever I'm doing, and I keep the limit break here because it's right here with all my other actions. That way when I'm in a dungeon or fighting with friends, that's there once we've built that up. I also keep my limit break here, right here next to my health. That way it's just a nice clean line and I can keep track of all that as needed. My target hotbar is obviously right here, and my personal buffs would appear right here above this line if I had any, but I haven't aid or done anything special. I don't have protect on. Well, actually this would be a perfect example. I have the kiss of the wasp on right now, so that's going to show up here and here because I'm currently my own target, and this is up here. Yes, I keep my company chocobo information right here, or actions right here, and I keep its information right here in the companion bar where I can keep track of how well he is leveling. Now, the way you add on job buttons is by pressing C or opening up your character screen on the PlayStation, and you would come to your gear set list and just click and drag that right over here. Now, to set up this custom HUD, you go up here to System, HUD Layout, and for sake of time I went ahead and described all of that because it can take a while to set up this hotbar, and I am going to default all so you guys can see how it looks before you start moving this stuff around. So here we go. This is what it looks like. It's very chunky, and you probably noticed that as soon as you started playing the game. And while everything's really close, I mean, it's kind of nice when you first start because everything's like right there and you can hurry up and click on everything. But I really like all that space, especially as you progress and you start having a lot of enemies. Of course, you can always zoom out, but I really just having a lot of space, especially when there's a lot of people running around, and then you know, I don't want to accidentally click on something like this if I've got a lot of people and enemies going on. So the first thing you want to do is, if you recall, you can go into your character configuration here and go to hotbar settings, and personally I use all of my hotbars except for maybe number 7. It really depends on what job I'm playing, which character I'm on. And you would also want to make sure that this is the default, but make sure that 1, 2, and 3 are not shared and all the rest are. If you're using a controller, you would set that up here, and you can only have up to 8 hotbars because you are using directional and shape buttons instead of the 1 through equal. So back to this, you go to System, HUD Layout, and you can either come through here and scroll. If you're on a PlayStation 3, you can also do this, but you would have to roll through these and do them manually like this and move these around with your D-pad. Also, if you want to adjust the size on the PlayStation, I believe you have to click either L2 or R2. I can't remember and I apologize. Otherwise, if you are on a PC like me, you can just click and drag everything, and you hit and hold Control and hit home for as many times as you need to resize everything. As you saw, everything I had was very small. Typically, I bring everything down to 60%, which is small as they let you go. And then I can just squeeze them into all these little nooks and crannies. It's really great. You can adjust up to 140 as well, but that, I mean, you may want some of this stuff. You might want it so big that it smacks you in the face so you never miss it. Honestly, for a while, I had my notifications, the notices right here. I used to have this kind of huge because I didn't want to miss it. But I always keep it in the corner down here. That way, I have a tendency to leave Internet Explorer on if I am, or the Edge, whatever it's called now. I have a tendency to leave that open while I'm gaming. That way, if I'm waiting in a long queue, I can, kind of keep it square open right here, and I can keep track of anything being said here and the status of my party right here. I can keep track of my map, my quests, and my notifications here. That way, if I accidentally land in a fate, people are dying, something important is going on here, or my dungeon queue pops, it's all right there. Or if somebody's trying to trade, send me a friend request, anything, that's all right there. And whenever you're done, you just hit save. Otherwise, you just click and drag these happy little bars wherever you want. And like I said, it's totally customizable. You can even go in and go to System and go to User Macros and drag and drop macros into your hotbars if you like. And I usually keep those in the 4 through 6th hotbars, and that's why they're so little and off to the side, because I don't use them all the time. But when I do, like if it's a mechanic macro, like telling people what to do for the fight, that's perfect for over here, because I wouldn't use it all the time, but it would be important and I would want it really close. But that's pretty much it for this tutorial. But if you want something it's more job appropriate, or you want some other tips and tricks about it, or you have any other questions, let me know. My Skype is LuchiRay87. Otherwise, you can email the FC at theaeonnights@gmail.com, and feel free to follow me on Twitch at LuchiRay.